Connecting a soundbar to a receiver at first sounds like a really strange thing to do, but I can see how some beginner people may want to do this. Someone who's just starting out and building their system, this may be an okay solution for them for the time being. So let's jump into it and figure out why we would do this and how would we do this. Hi, my name is Jonah with the Home Theater DIY. This is my channel all about home electronics, soundbars, TVs, projectors, all of the above. So if this is something that you're interested in or something you frequently look at, consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like on this video. So let's jump into how to connect a soundbar to a receiver. I've come up with two different reasons as to why someone may want to connect their soundbar to a receiver. Reason number one, they want to use the soundbar as a center channel and have another left channel and right channel speaker. I can see why someone may want to do this. They already have two speakers and they have a soundbar, so maybe just integrate it all together. The main issue with this is the left channel or left speaker and right speaker are going to sound way different than what the soundbar is going to sound like. A soundbar is meant to be an all-in-one piece, so it's going to have drivers that are compatible with each other, different size to make sure they sound okay. When you just mix and match them with two different speakers, it's probably not going to sound very good. So if you're watching a big action movie and a big explosion goes from the right side of the screen all the way to the left, well, that sound's going to change as it goes from right channel to center channel to left channel. So that's not ideal. However, there is a way to connect it if you want to do this, despite my warnings. So to connect the soundbar as a center channel speaker, all you'll need is a receiver with pre-outs on it and, of course, a soundbar. Then you'll also need a RCA to auxiliary cable or RCA to RCA cable. Depending on the soundbar you have, it may have RCA inputs, it may have auxiliary input, but it needs one or the other. And essentially all you do is you take the RCA cable, plug it into the center channel pre-out on the receiver, and then take that same cable and plug that into the soundbar, whether that's the RCA or if it's the auxiliary. Either one will work. And that way, now your soundbar is only outputting the center channel of audio, and then you can use your left speaker or your left channel and your right channel as whatever speakers you already have or want to use. So the second reason that someone may want to connect a soundbar to a receiver is they want to use the soundbar as the front three channels and then two different surround speakers that aren't compatible with that soundbar. So they'd use the soundbar as the left, center, and right channel, and then they'd have a rear left, rear right, even more if they wanted to do like a 7.1 system or something like that. The main issue with this is there's no real way to do this properly without actually sending all three channels to the soundbar. I don't know of any methods to do this because it's simply not what they're meant to do. Receivers aren't meant to only output three channels digitally, and soundbars typically don't accept an input from a receiver that way. You could try doing the same method where you're doing pre-outs into a mini stereo receiver or a mini stereo mixer, and then plugging from that mini stereo mixer into the soundbar. But then again, now you're mixing those three channels of audio into a single cable and sending that to the soundbar. And remember, auxiliary only supports two channels, the left and right. It's a stereo signal. It's not meant to be surround at all. So that's going to be a limitation. So if you're all right with just merging those three channels into like one cable and it being more of a left and right audio, that may work. But there's no telling how it's going to sound from system to system, and it's generally just not a great idea. But you're more than welcome to do it if you want to. And that's really the only reasons I could think someone may want to do it. Again, I've said it many times in this video, I don't suggest doing that. I'd really just, if you want to do a full surround system, just buy three front speakers and do left channel, center, and right channel like you normally would, or completely ditch the receiver and just go soundbar only. And if you want surround speakers, then buy a soundbar that has surround speakers with it. That'd be my solution to you and best suggestion. So I forgot to mention one other reason that someone may want to connect a soundbar to a receiver, and that's essentially they want to use the receiver as an HDMI switch. So plug all their devices into the receiver and then output that video to the TV. But instead of using normal speakers, they just want to use a soundbar. And in this case, they're thinking, okay, I'll just connect the soundbar to the receiver like all the other devices. But in all reality, you should probably just connect the soundbar to the TV. And you can use an optical cable, auxiliary, like whatever to connect it to the TV, and it's going to work just the same. And that way you're bypassing this weird way of trying to connect the soundbar to the receiver. It's just not going to work well for you. So that's my suggestion to you. Again, this channel is all about home entertainment equipment, home theaters, all of that stuff. So if that's what you're interested in, you want to learn more and see more videos from us, please, my cat's meowing out the door right now. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a like on this video if it helped you out at all, and we'll see you next time.